Make Me Laugh Media presents Comedy Insights. We give you the scoop on all things comedy, such as
my first time I ever bumped,
my favorite comedy special.
What's it like to be a woman in comedy?
Is there a comedian that I grew up watching and I met him, I didn't like him?
I don't give a fuck. Them niggas know who they is. I got on their ass about that too.
Do I have any comedy groupie stories?
Bro, what was that question again?
You are watching Comedy Insights.
It's your girl, Gina G, and you are watching Comedy Insights. Nobody. No, I'm just playing. Nobody took me, please. Take me. Yeah, nobody. I have not traveled with a headlining comedian yet. I've had comedians, when they're in my city, call me and, link me up like Schuler King, and Schuler King. That's about it. I'm coming though. That's your truth. It is such my truth. The first place I did stand up was the J spot, J. Anthony Brown's Comedy Club. I was waiting tables, and they called the staff up because it was slow, and I went up there and just impersonated G Thang, King Kedar, a couple locals that came in there, and Angel Gaines. I gotta give her a shout out. That's the first person that put me on the microphone. She's like, "You're funny." I was like, "For real?" I'm gonna tell Jay, and I said, "He ain't gonna do nothing," but he let me go up. My favorite place to perform, you know what? I really enjoyed the Stardome. I've only done it once, but it was like just a great experience. The stage, it was huge, it was big. The Orlando Improv, the Virginia Beach Funny Bone, but I think I haven't really met my favorite place yet. I think it's yet to come. Oh man, it fell in my lap, and like that first laugh, when I said I Febreze my hot spots and folks was laughing, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta do this forever. So I don't know, it fell in my lap, man. And now I don't know what to do without it. I always just ask God to guide my words. I always, just try to do a little mouth exercises and all that type of stuff, get my lips together. But no, man, I do all that stuff afterwards. I have a good time after my work is done.
Who was the first comedian you saw live?
The first comedian I saw live is J. Anthony Brown. He's the first comedian I saw live. Yeah. Wow. The most embarrassing moment as a comedian is that silence, bro. Woo! Let me tell you something. I'd rather get booed, I think, because then I feel like I can fight somebody. But the silence, when I tell you that cuts like a knife, it's embarrassing. My favorite comedy special, wow, bro. I have a lot of favorite comedy specials. Fat Ballerina, of course, rest in peace, David A. Arnold, is definitely one of my faves. Pimp Chronicles, though, I'm just gonna put that at the top. I'm gonna put Pimp Chronicles, Cat Williams all day at the top. And then Raw. I have never stolen a joke. I have been on stage and something happened and I'll say, that's just like my boy such and such said, you this, whatever. But I ain't stealing no jokes. I ain't stealing no jokes. Had to make sure it was on, so you got that part. Has anyone ever stolen my joke? Yes. I've had quite a few of my bits, and it's amazing because I've twerked in a couple of them and they've still been stolen. So yeah. My favorite city to perform in, it's gonna be LA. I mean, that's where I started. That's, my home. That's where I grew up. But Cali is definitely a great state to do comedy, and Atlanta, because Atlanta is just so dope. Everybody just ready to laugh. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I can kind of be more free in Atlanta and just bring out my inner ratchet. Have I met a comedian that I grew up watching and I liked them just as much? No. This is my truth. Did you ask about truth? On Inside, this is my truth, man. I ain't met who I wanted to meet yet. But it's on my way. It's on the way. I know it's coming. But no, I mean, not really. You know what I'm saying? I just now, to be honest with you, I did just meet Brandon T. Jackson. And I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is roll bounce. This is, I was like louder. I was like, ah. And he was really, really dope. So I can say I've met some great comics that I've seen on TV, but nobody that I want to see yet. I grew up watching a comic, and when I met them, it was a little awkward. And I'll go ahead and put it out there because he rich and famous. Yeah, he was mean as hell. Can I say? Can I say that he was mean as hell? Thank you, Lord. I mean, I really don't care, but it's okay. But he mean as hell. They gonna know what it mean when I say mean as hell. I'm just like, wow, I have been acknowledged by comedians and they knew who I was. Yes. And I was just like, what? Now I can't say it was like a huge big name or whatever, but to me, when your fellow coworkers, you know, recognize you, it just feels good to know that you're being seen. As a comedian, that's what you want to know, that somebody is seeing you and, you know, they feeling you, they liking you, they following you. But I've really met some dope comics that I've never met and they knew who I was and it was pretty dope. Don't get me to naming them all. Marlon Ballard is one of them. Do I have any janky promoter stories? I'm glad you minimized it to one because I have several. But I do have a janky promoter story. Man, I done drove all the way to Orlando, Florida. And the man didn't give me my monies. He gave me a little bit, not all of it. And I killed that night too, with them 13 people in there. I killed it. You know what I'm saying? Then he kept telling me he was gonna give us, he gonna send it. I got you. Then spread it the rumor, talking about that $200 was my bar tab. And I don't even drink. I smoke big high grade weed, okay? I do not drink. Now, if he said I would have bought an A for something, I would have said, okay, you right. But, you know, these promoters, I'm telling you, get your monies up front. But it's kind of difficult too at the same time because you want to demand it, but then you don't want to be labeled. Especially I'm a female comedian. I'm going to be, oh, this bitch is always talking about run us our money, though. I mean, that, you know what you know. Talking about. Wow. My first fan moment. It wasn't the first, but I have a very, very one that just stands out in my head, man. It's a little girl. She was 8 years old, and she purchased one of my merch, which is like these little towels. And she was just like, oh my God, I want to be you when I grow up, and I want to be a comedian. I've never seen a female. It was her first like live, you know, comedy show she's ever seen. And her dad sent me a picture. She had hung my towel up in her room over her bed, and he sent me a picture. Let me tell you something. Don't make my eyelashes get weak right now because I'm about to cry thinking about that little girl. That felt good. That was a great moment. Some comedy misconceptions is that female comedians don't get along. Female comedians can't work together, you know. And I think that's just a lie because I think female comedians are dope. We do work together. We are funny. So stop thinking that. Oh, and that female comedians all talk about the poo-na-nas and the ding-dings, and we don't. Well, some of us. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I definitely, in 5 years, I want to be an author. I would like to be on a sitcom and definitely have a special. Those are my 3 goals for the next 5 years. Comedy groupie stories? Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell my truth. You know what I mean? I'm cute. You feel me? So I do get, you know what I mean, on your girl, you know, tough. But I ain't never took nobody home. But they be on your girl tough, man. But you know, you get weak in the knees sometimes, ladies, but stay strong. You know, I am married. Let me put that on camera so somebody will know. But I do, they out there though. I can see how these fellas get caught up, because these ladies is beautiful. They like the jokes. My advice to new comedians is, it's gonna take 100 years, don't give up. Just keep going. It's gonna be times where you like, this is not for me, this ain't it, but keep going. You know, it's a marathon, so just keep going. My truth about comedy life is it's dope AF in real life. Like I don't know what I would be doing in my life without comedy. I love everything about comedy. The road, the good, the bad, the ugly, the not booking me for whatever reason, the not taking me on the road for whatever reason, just so anybody knows. The stealing of the jokes. To me, I love it all. It's the business, it's a community. We are a family. Like comics, like we're really like a family for real, for real. And I love everything about this game. What's it like to be a woman in comedy? You know what? We got a little advantage. You know, I think right now people are looking for females. You know, they're looking for that different little spark and spike. So as a female, I have had my challenges with males, with promoters. I've never had a problem with female comedians, not to my face. Okay. So as a female comedian, to me, it's the same thing. I don't have any reservations. I haven't had a hard time being no female in this game. If you're funny, you're funny. To me, male or female, and you're going to get the respect that you deserve. Is that it? That's fine. Thank you. This was fun.
I knew y'all was special, man. You did what I'm saying? Y'all make me laugh for life. Hello.